Welcome back, folks, to World of Warships Legends. I'm Soopa-Dave, and today we're back in Gdansk. We'll have more to talk about that here in a second. In today's match, we do something I have never done before. And you guys will have to stick around to see what that is. You guys are in for a good match. First of all, we're going to see this Prussian here, but you can't meme. You notice I recognize that name. I get a little bit better at recognizing names. You can see I did notice the name. So there is sometimes I can recognize people on the game and understand maybe I have this is a good player or a not so good player. You're going to find out. Me and this Prussian are going to completely be our team's only effort. And not effort, I should say results. Because this match is going to be a very good, close match. And our teammates are going to put effort forward, but not much of it is going to come through. That's not a rip on teammates. They're teammates that just aren't good players. And they try hard, okay? That happens. So, we're in Gdansk. Also, guys, this week, we're going to have some pan-European ships this week, right? We had Okran yesterday, Gdansk today. They're not all going to be the same, and they're not all going to be the radar line, by the way, either. To my knowledge, right? We have I have a bunch of pan-European ships. We're gonna throw out on this Prussian out here. We see the torps to try to figure out what we're going up against, right? So we're paying attention to that. Now this Prussian actually goes and hits the island. Now, this would have been a much different outcome had he kept going at the very slow rate he was going. But he did nick the island here. That's actually gonna save his life, probably, right? So we have a Dalian. We have a lot of people up close here in by this cap, so I am being very careful. We know the destroyer's over to the right. And that Prussian gets his life saved by hitting that island. And doesn't eat any torpedoes. Alright, so Z44. This is actually a solid player. I've ran into this player before as well. And he is actually going to do the smart thing and just hightail it out of here, right? That's pretty much what you do when you come up across the Gdansk. There's not much he can do in a Z44 against me right here. He could throw torps into my smoke. That's about it. And have some AP loaded and do some damage to me, but there's not a whole lot. But we do have the smoke now. We are being aware of the possibility of torps coming back at us, but we are going to start some permafires on this Prussian. And we have the Dalian here, so we're going to take a couple shots there as well to try to get rid of Dalian. Obviously a DPM monster if given the opportunity. Most people are not using it quite effectively. Now you're going to notice as we get our double fire on Prussian, I'm spotted, right? Takes me a second, but then I realize Holland's over here. So we are going to start to focus in on Holland. Holland is going to do the right thing and run away. Also, we do have a teammate helping us that was in that part of the fight as well. I believe it's a Daring. Doing his best to help out. Not getting a whole lot of luck on his shells. But to be fair, I'm not doing amazingly well either. So, we're going to go ahead, turn back in, and I am going to try to hunt this Holland. This Holland makes a big mistake here. If Holland goes dark here, he may get a chance to survive, right? But he keeps firing all willy-nilly. They do actually go ahead and start to get, I think here in a second they actually kill my teammate. The Musashi and the Daring. Yes, the Daring was over there. And we are peppering Holland for to keep that cap from going over too. And we have taken him out, right? So we've taken out the destroyer in the middle. We have actually started to shoot some shells at Prussian. And we're going to go ahead and try to kite away. Now, I was thinking Not realizing, oh look, there's a destroyer in the cap with me. We're going to light him up again. And this Z-44 is back. And the problem is he is pointed at me. So he cannot run away from this fight now. So we are going to go. And he does have a lot of help. So this is something we're going to go ahead and do. And you see a nice salvo come from the back from the Prussian. Right? The you can't meme guy, he's going to be a big help in us surviving. So we have stopped both the middle caps, and we've gotten help get rid of both destroyers, right? A major victory. We've defended both the middle and this side here, right? So we're off to a decent start. And by the way, we do still have a permafire going. And we're going to go ahead and spot Idalian. And we're throwing out torps, expecting him to turn out. And as you can see, he does. But our Prussian absolutely demolishes them when we go to help get rid of them. Alright, so now we are going to try to kite away on this Prussian, because we have fired our guns. And in my daily dumb Dave moment, we're going to run straight square into an island. But we have done a good job keeping this B and C cap from going to enemy hands. But you're going to notice we're at a huge disadvantage right now. We have gotten the C cap, but we're losing it. And we're losing A cap, and we're down on ships and points. Not ideal, right? But I do want to say our Prussian is going to help us out here big time. And he's going to keep resetting the cap. I'm going to stay undetected and just keep him spotted in case our Prussian wants to go behind the island. And to our Prussian's credit, he's kept the majority of his health. Now, to be fair, they were trying to murder me, which has been happening a lot this week, by the way. As soon as I get spotted in anything, it seems like I am getting murdered this last 2 weeks, which is absolutely fine. I love getting tanking damage, but it's a little bit harder in a destroyer than it can be. Now, to be fair, I am pretty aggressive in destroyers, and you're going to see our teammate is doing a solid job of actually trying to reset the Prussian. Now, if you've noticed, while this has been going on, our entire team has died. And not many people have died. We went and go ahead and get 2 more resets on the cap. So we have been resetting these caps and preventing them from getting points pretty much the entire beginning of the match. We're going to go ahead and start to drive away. To be fair to our teammate, we get the hit here. We get another defend, and he finishes them off. All right. So we are rocking this, and it's not looking good, right? There was 5 of them to 2 of us, and they had the points lead and the cap control. But we are giving a fighting chance right now. And anytime, I'm not trying to be arrogant, but you put any good player in a good dance, like even me, you have a fighting chance in a good dance. It just is. Like, you're going to see here, we're going to start shooting. I get spotted thinking, oh, the destroyer's near me. He's actually not, but the destroyer does make a mistake here of shooting his guns off at me, not stopping in time. And we're going to go ahead and try to get rid of this Shimakaze. So, one thing to note, we have 3 destroyers, right? We've helped get rid of all 3 destroyers on the map. Now, that's not something, or I've done that before. And actually, one match, I killed all 5 enemy destroyers, not just help take them all out. But I have killed 5 destroyers in one match before, with, I believe, Split. You guys seen that video. A lot of you guys really liked that video, too. But here, we're going into farming mode, and we have another, this was the enemy team had some very good players on it as well. You're going to notice here, in my smoke cloud, there's going to be an airstrike dropped on my butt, and I deserve it. And one of the players was aware of where I was, and airstrike dropped me, and I'm lucky there to probably not get killed, but we're going to move forward, guessing there's another airstrike coming. And we are farming the crap out of this Yamato. We are trying to help our teammate with the guns as best as we can. To really, we know he had decent health, but man, if he's got a bunch of people shooting at him, it's going to be tough. But you can see Meme takes him out. So between me and Meme, we've pretty much murdered everybody on this. So if this Prussian's watching, man, a good game. And now we are down to a fair match, right? Points are pretty close. Ships are pretty close. And we are going to go ahead. And you're going to see I am letting our Prussian know as he gets a high caliber, right? As he gets his high caliber, I'm letting him know, hey, I need you to take out Johann de Witt. This is going to be, he's going to be the problem. If you take him out, you know, he can guess on these airstrikes, and he's done a good job of it so far, right? So he's going to get a good whack in and a Confederate, and we're going to go ahead and finish off this Johann. He's going to get one more shot out, but we're going to do our best to dodge what we can. Put out the fire. We are going to tell our teammate thank you, and we are going to move up. Now, this match is pretty much over, right? One thing to note here, guys, is we're getting closer to this end of this match here. I have never in one match been part of killing all the destroyers, get a high caliber, and capture all the bases. And that's what we're going to do here in this match. Now, I know we're getting close to junk time, right? But, you know, our teammate could die. He has proven himself to be a smart player, and you're going to see through communications here in a second. We're both going to realize we're plenty fine. Neither one of us are going to die, and this game is wrapped up. But I'm going for this cap just to make sure, right? But I have never, as you're going to see, we are going to get 3 solo caps. So I captured the bases fully by myself. We're going to get a high caliber. And we're going to get a, we've killed a part of all 3 of the destroyers. So we helped kill all destroyers. We captured all the bases. And we're going to get a high caliber. I've never done that before. That's the first time for me. Like I said, I've captured all the bases before. I've done them all individually before, including 5 destroyer kills in one match, killing all 5 destroyers on an enemy team. We're going to take a pop shot at Borgo. Now, we're just going to play safe, and we're just damage farming at this point. But, that being said, one note about this game. This Prussian and me both end up with high calibers, right? What does that mean? And this happens to me once in a while where I get a teammate with me that gets a high caliber. That means me and him each individually did 30% of the enemy team's damage. That means at bare minimum, the minimum you could get, we have at least 60% of the enemy's team's damage. We did a 60% of the team's damage, at least 60%, probably closer to 80% because he had a high caliber before I did. And we're going to get a high caliber here in a second, meaning between me and him, we probably did 80% of our team's damage. Also, you're going to notice between me and him, we killed every player on their team but one person. So kudos to this Prussian. Me and this Prussian really earned this win. We get our high caliber. And here at the end, we're just having a good old time. Now, if I hadn't shot my guns, I might have gotten a depth strike with them torps. I've done it a few times with Gdansk, believe it or not. Actually, you may guys see that in a video coming up. I depth strike 2 battleships with torps in one match. But we're going to go ahead, send some torpedoes off, get behind this island, make sure we don't die. Play it smart. Hopefully Borgo turns in and eats our torps. But, guys, that we captured all the bases, we helped kill every destroyer, and we got a high caliber. Something I've never done before. Really cool thing to do, in my opinion. I mean, that is a huge contributing factor. Also, I wouldn't have not been able to win this match without my teammate. Even in a good dance, as powerful it is. As you look at this result, guys, right? Almost a 4,000 base game, and my teammate also having a 3,300 base game. Two people over 3,300 base game. That does not happen too often. You guys have a super wonderful day, and I will see you next time, folks. Have a good one.